it's not the same sentiment. It's not the same.
They don't seem to think that they're all trying to they feel that they're very different from each other.
They're not. You know, that's just the fact.
Just trying to explain to me they're very different. They're arrogant to the way they're doing and they know nothing. Like the Anglo-Saxons, the Angles and the Saxons from different parts of Germany. But like the Danes, they showed up in the middle and like conquered the eastern portion when they decided to wander about. And all of this is a different track from the Celts that are hiding out on the island and in the northern territories. And then as civilization progresses, and the French come in, right? The Normans, the Northmen that show up in France and make it a French Scandinavian country, all of that gets done with revolutions. So what are the English? If not what they say they are.
Also invaded by the Vikings as well.
Yeah, we were Picts. We can't ignore the Romans setting up London.
The Danes are genetically distinct.
They built Adrian's Wall to keep the Scottish out, mate. They built because we and
then later the Danes used it to make taxes on either side of it. Like they used that as a
no. Wall. Listen. If it wasn't for that wall, the English had already bowed out and given up. It was us coming over the wall.
No English yet when the Romans.
Just let me finish, please, Mizet. It was us coming over the wall to do sheep and cow rustling. And the English rose then back up again because we give them support. A few clans backed them up, and then the Adrian's Wall they fell. The English all rose up again, kicked them out, and that's a fact. We've got the history is like exactly what you just said. We're the only people on this island to have our own language. The Irish didn't have Gaelic. They took the Gaelic from us.
Barely used.
Yeah, now it's barely used, but it wasn't back then. Now we're trying to use you guys, right? Can try and either talk about it now or talk about it back then. You can't just pick both together.
I'm just saying, like in the greater scheme of things, these are not distinct peoples. Technically, they're literally the same tribe. You know, you could say German or Anglo-Saxon. The Danes are, you would say a different people. They're just different.
The Danes, they spread over
the land.
They moved everywhere. They moved it everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
And you're forgetting the French. And England invaded.
These are literally the French.
If the Romans got to us, Mizet, and they had to build a wall to keep us out, what do you think the proxy French were going to come and do? Are you still at that?
They kept the wall.
Married the French princess. Viking married.
And all of this, guys, all of this history, which is culturally relevant, you can all say gets undone by the revolution of your ancestors that decided there was a glorious revolution to be had.
I understand. Yeah, I mean, one could say that. But again, you emphasize these Anglo-Saxons are the same people.
I'm saying you are not sensitive to the distinctions between the Scottish and the Irish and the English. And I'm saying that those distinctions are relevant to Scottish identity and the entire community and why they formed into a single united kingdom.
They're not irrelevant, but like, are they a source of contention? Like, are they really that?
Progress.
Yeah, of course. The Scottish way. They're just like under the thumb of the crown. As an American, I have my notes in it.
Like that. You know, the monarchy has really no power. It's not over.
The revolution was not about the crown. The revolution was about Parliament because that house is a piece of shit.
It's a democracy. They are all directed to the King of England, and they're all criticizing him for not stopping Parliament from being an asshole.
Stop saying the King of England. He's the King of the Isle of Great Britain. We chose him.
No, I was talking about the Declaration. I was talking about the Declaration of Independence, which was addressed to the King of England.
Did you know England used to have 3 kings?
Do you support the monarchy? Do you believe that institution?
The English monarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
English. I'm American.
I used to support the highly, especially everybody was highly supportive of the Queen.
No. Forget about the popularity. I'm talking about the institution.
Yes.
Okay. Look, you would say very traditions. Most traditions don't support.
That's right.
Institution of the monarchy, but they all support the king.
No, they don't support the king. The king is very weak now. They don't support. This is what Edward Teddy was going to say. Now, there's a very high chance that the monarchy will fall in the next 2 to 5 years because the simple fact that King Charles took over Prince Charles. Yeah, the Queen reigned for one of the longest terms ever. Our Queen, but she was loved. She was totally loved by everyone.
Doesn't have that kind of support.
No, actually,
I mean, he's not an amazing king, but he's not been terrible.
no, he's what he did with Diana, how he handled the Diana situation.
Sure, everyone's still sour about Diana.
They are.
They are.
Right, you talk like you know more about who lost.
I don't know if I know more about that. Yeah.
Seen stuff that's absolutely.
Okay, suspend the education.
Camilla was his downfall. Camilla and there was a few.
I don't know, he's stayed faithful to Camilla. It's not to his credit.
No, because he did that while he was with Diana.
He did that even before Diana.
So, there's a trend.
That's exactly my point, Big Zed.
Republicanism, I think that's what it's called. So, there's show, especially about
flagship VIP teams. Like, I hate to say, like, it's definitely not. I don't want to say, like, it's job security. You know, it's a sales type of shit. It's like results. Like, there's very little turnover. As much turnover as there is in the company. There's so much fucking turnover in the company. But this team, like, they're pretty small. Long term, they're pretty, like, you know, it's the team that's, like, expected to do all the work.
She was awesome. She
Is he gonna get charged? And, you know, if it's some grandma, like at the end of the day, like she's siding over, you know, she's just like a little more on terror is enough to say, you know, she's pretty bad actually.
That's
I know Pakistan makes sense regardless of what happened. I know you think.
I'm just talking about the character who got killed. He was the brother. He was German. He was the brother, and he got killed by the IRA. So she's been through a hell of a lot that week.
Doesn't look favorably on the British Empire. People, you know, have a negative view of the British Empire.
The Commonwealth was held together by that one woman. Now she's gone. It's already starting to unravel. They're already got votes coming up for independence. You've got Australia coming up with one. You've got New Zealand, theirs is they're getting voting on it. So that was always, I knew that was always going to happen. And she went. They were only held together from there.
Yeah, there's uncharted territory for the British monarch going forward. We're gonna have CD or someone like, you know, even though I don't believe she's necessarily a person to be admired, but, you know, especially with the history of the British Empire. But, you know, see your point.
More independent states would probably, from like a descendant of Anglo-colonialism, result in similar projects to America.
America are there because of us.
Right, that's what I'm
You
saying.
might even be a dependent descendant of the Scotland.
Me? No.
Yeah.
No, he's a descendant of Arabs.
Yes. No, my more recent ancestors come from Czechoslovakia and Germany.
I'm happy with like 4 or 5. I don't know. I don't really care about like several placements. I can have one unique sound, one placement, and it's good enough.
Austria, Germany,
Here's
Russia,
the
Mexico.
head back for it, really, because he went down. He went down. He wasn't a king. He wasn't, never was a king. He was not. He went down in history. He was the famous man. Scotland. So he didn't pan out back for it again. He was a man. It's true. And somebody's that he's on that. Now you should start slagging up the crowd down. See what happens.
Claims of Irish oppression are literally based on nothing. Right? Their history, the worst one that they always cite is famine. Look at how many of us died. Their own historians acknowledge that the famine was not deliberate. Right? The famine was not the genocidal starvation policy. Yes, they criticized the British government for how it handled it. None of them say that the famine was a deliberate attempt by the British to starve us out. And why would they? Because at the time, there was no strong, particularly resonant anti-British sentiment in Ireland. Like I said, up till like the late 1890s, 14% of the British army was literally Irish. I mean, in World War I or World War II, World War II, there were 100,000 Irishmen just volunteered to serve in the British army, right? And this is genuine, like, volunteership, right? Not like Soviet volunteers where they're just like, volunteering at gunpoint because Stalin and the Bolsheviks had guns. No, Ireland was already independent by then. But 200,000 Irishmen still served in the British army with distinction. Why? Because they didn't really hate Britain. This whole, we hate the Brits, we hate the crown, we hate Queen Elizabeth. It's just this gay, leftist, Marxist, invention of the 90s that, like, is just, unfortunately, it's become real because it's so ingrained in Irish conscious, right? And now they themselves have adopted it, but based in historicity, no, right? There's no real or evidence of that strong anti-Irish sentiment in Britain.
See, yeah, because what you're basically saying, England, Scotland haven't got their own identity. Just got basically English, down English.
Well, you could actually argue that for lowland Scots. I mean, lowland Scots were already speaking English.
I would say, yes. So we did have our own language. I was arguing.
But no one speak it, except the Highlanders.
No one speaks it now. Yeah, no one speaks it now.
They were 100 years ago speaking it, except the Highlanders. And the Highlanders were irrelevant. The Highlanders, again, another thing that sort of
Listen, the lowlanders that you were talking about, Edinburgh and Aberdeen and all that, they still spoke Gaelic. It's a fact.
yeah, but very few of them speak English.
And what they did back then.
Scots is to officially considered language. And you could not understand everything because Scots is just English.
I know that's what it is now. Because we voted I just did all this arguing. We voted to stay in Britain.
So that's more than the other English,
I've just done all this, but we did that on our own sake.
Yeah,
was her name. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'll give you guys a heads up. So, I think it's a fresh YouTube account of John Kitover. So when you open a fresh YouTube account, it doesn't allow you to put links in there. So you have to get approval from YouTube. So you have to upload IDs and whatever. And I think YouTube probably is gonna kick John Kitover or out. You see what I'm saying? Until then, yeah. It happened to my YouTube channel up there on the top. They wouldn't let me put any links. They said you don't have any views, blah blah blah, and you have to provide ID or some verification or some shit. If you had a lot of views on it, but in the meantime, I think it has plenty of information in there. I checked it out.
This conversation between Bibi Kapara, Daniel, Dave, did you listen to it?
That one was, I think that one was from that, do you guys remember, like last week? That one was, I think John Kitover, remember, he recorded, he likes to record rooms, right?
Got it.
Yeah. So
Good
I
job,
think
Good job.
slowly, we need proper information and some of these people, they deserve it.
Yeah. Not some of them, all of them deserve it.
Slowly, one by one. I think John Kitover is the one that's gonna, destruct. He's gonna destruct the other Zionists on the side.
They're so stupid, man. They think they're the smartest, but they're the dumbest.
We got two in the audience. I think Normal and probably this other John Kitover.
Yeah. It's him. He's listening.
John Kitover is listening to John Kitover.
What's okay? What's up? What is this thing?
This is this guy called Shuki on the south. He did blasphemy. In one of the rooms, attacking the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And apparently, John Kitover was in that room. He recorded it. He enjoyed it. He enjoyed it so much. He put them up on his own account, on YouTube account. And apparently, he's got Shuki's all the information in there. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's in the chat. You can shoot.
And it is dedicated to Shuki. I think he's in prison. Is he in prison? That's what the video said. Did you guys read it? I read the first screen. It says Shuki is in prison. It's dedicated to him, And apparently John Kitover enjoys it. It says he did a good job, a fellow Jew, mocking Islam. Can you guys read this? I can read Arabic yet, but what about it?
هسه في اثنين شوكيش.
No, don't read it. Don't read it.
بعد بدك كوبيات يعني مش صح يعني فقط سبيت.
When did Chucky raise the child?
I'll send it to you on the back channel. I mean, technically, literally.
والله يا صاحبي I don't know what things they are wrong with. دورينا. بس والله يبان صاير بورينج هاي وقتك انت برينك وين بدها اكشن. انا I wake up just thinking about you. Amir.
Yes, sir. What's up?
I tell you we need some action shows.
Why did you put your picture dark? Why is it dark brother?
بدي اخلي حياتهم سوداء. I want to make
Sure.
Brother, he
I speak sure, not too much, brother, not too much.
I teach you what I'm doing. I'll teach you.
No, it's okay, brother. This room is not here to learn Arabic. Right now, I my focus is on Zionists. But
No,
John
Zionist
Kitover,
word, and you must sometimes to give them Palestinian words, you know, in that case.
no, but the Zionists, they speak in English. They don't speak Arabic. They don't speak. They don't even speak Hebrew. A lot of them. They're either from New York or Japan or China or some shit, man. We even have a child from Zionist from China.
Well,
Yeah, there's one
I
in the
speak my
community.
language, Amir. I can help you sometimes.
I know, okay, nice.
Parlo francese, parlo italiano, parlo spagnoli,
Nice.
as you want.
Anyways, welcome, Wayfam, Nergis.
تعلمنا كل اللغات. We learn all the language.
Right. Nergis, the room is running in the hallway. Maybe somebody else you brought. It's only one person, you know.
It's okay, Marcus.
What I do?
I'll go back here now. Make it easy.
Take care, bro.
No wonder Caroline Levitt, billionaire.
أبو عبيدة لا just نام.
Why?
أبو عبيدة.
What do you mean?
يعني she's my senior.
Who?
Not just will only the name, not just the senior name.
Oh, I see.
فارسية حلو صح.
No.
الله ينور عليك.
So, Brother Uber, right? What do you think? What do you think the future holds for West Bank and Gaza?
Listen, now, like, maybe the most dangerous thing in the Zionists, like, they made a lot of big mistakes. And this mistakes is seriously, like, it's like gonna be a big benefits for not the Palestinian or Muslims. Because what they exactly made in the last 1 year, okay, from the beginning they spent around 7-8 months just to understand where they are after selection. But after that they decide that there are opportunities to like stake it and this is what they have decided. Because they believe the most important to understand your enemy, what he believes, not what you believe, what he wants, what he gonna do, what is his vision. And that vision is standing on what? So this all understanding was very important to see it like as action or acting in the ground. And exactly he thinks that he's doing now the God's orders and the God plan. And this is the time for that. And this is something like he deep dive in it, which is what? Which is like we need today to redeem all the plans that we planned. They prepare a lot of plans, you know. They have like plan for 20, 30 years. Like we gotta do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to reach what the God wants by doing Armageddon. I don't know if you know Armageddon, like the big that make us back again, and for them also as the people who. This is why I was mentioning before about the Christian theorists, because this belief coming for both. So now he redeemed them. He will not stop them. This work will be continuously going, and because they believe that we gonna finish this war with Armageddon. And from the good thing that also in Muslim, if you read Quran, go to Surah Al-Ahzab, and 7 October was when okay? So you can read it alone if you're interested to understand what happening and what will happen.
So can you expand on it? Like, what does the ayah, what does the verse say?
Ayah that say very clearly about each thing happening. It was like, I was shocked actually when I discovered it, but it was talking about you want English, correct?
Yeah, so that everybody can understand.
Yeah. I have to read it in Arabic, honestly.
Not read it, like based on.
No, not read it. I read it in my mind just to add, I remember.
And are you talking about من المؤمنين رجال صدقوا?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
So that one, if you read it from 23 to 27, okay, just let me make it all. So it talk about the people who's, okay, there are Muslims who really believe in God and they are, will attack somewhere, okay? So some of them will die and some of them who's honest mu'min, honest believers. Some of them will die and some of them will wait, and this will not change. In 24, the year of 24, you remember 23 that happened. 24 it was really tough one. So what it's saying, there's Allah صادقين بصدقهم ويعذب المنافقين إن شاء الله من الله كان غفورا رحيما. That means exactly that the God will give the honest people of them, because they must to be really have a big vision, sabr. They need big vision to be in the 24, because they're gonna be in very tough situation, and a lot of them will be go out of that situation. And like it is, they cannot take that heat. So Allah will give it to that for the honest people of them, and make who's munafiq from them like under big bad situation, or He give the mercy to them. In Allah كان غفور رحيما, the God. Okay, now we are which year now? 25, correct?
Okay.
We are 25. Already, from beginning, if you remember, in January, February, like if we start this year with no ceasefire, if you remember. We start this year with ceasefire, and the fire it's more going down, okay? And I guess during this next period, every time now they announce they will, they will stop it again. Okay, so but the fire like is not the same of 24 or 23. It's going a little bit this, and I'm sure like within this few months or this month maybe they will cease fire, but temporary. They will not stop the war. 26. وأنزل الذين ظاهروهم من أهل الكتاب يستخزيهم وقذفهم So 26 will back the war, but it's different war. I don't know what is the icons here and what will happen, but here we are the strongest, and it's gonna back again with more aggressive things like we will attack back. I don't know who will attack. Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, some people from other planets. And don't ask me how. I know the overall situation or overview is disaster. But who believe that Bashar will go from Syria within 24 hours, or I don't know, 6 of the president?
Bro, to be very honest with you, like I'm actually reading those verses, and I don't know.
What is this? Istikhara?
No. Do you like? I know you're very into God conversations and all that. Do you read verses? Like,
Yeah, I did.
do you want to pull up, like, without getting deeply into religion? Do you want to look at those verses?
I've read the Quran a few times.
Okay, في سورة الأحزاب.
Which
Look
one?
at Surah Al-Ahzab from
Yes.
23 to 26 or 27.
Good Lord. Today no one had used the word.
They're short, they're not long.
No, today no one had used the number 23. Every day I hear it from somewhere I see it. You use it today. So Asap, Ayat.
23 to 27. Like, if you read them, I don't know, like, honestly, there is enough of a connection. I actually sent it over to someone.
I do it often, like.
Good. This is the first time you read it.
So I never really focused on the
Yeah,
definition.
no, man, no, nobody read it. This is from my mind. I was read it, and I would say what 23 with 23, 24 with 24.
No, but if you read, like, if you look at the, like, I mean,
Why
reading.
Ahzab? Why you picked Ahzab? Is it so
Why?
23?
Why not? يعني if I pick تاني هذه
No, you did like Istikhara or like.
No,
أنا
he's
I
connecting.
no,
No, you can't say
Fa'al,
that.
like Fa'al or Fa'al.
He's connecting. He's going to على فكرة ما بيصير يا Uber even if giving is not acceptable.
What is it?
Let's give about religion. بس نرجع
he's a human
I just want to know why.
No, read them, and I don't know. I think there is a connection. Huh?
Yeah, of course. He's really good at. I really like this story very much. One of my favorite ones. 23, right? Among the believers are men who have proven
No,
this one.
no, it should start
من
minimum.
المؤمنين برجالا. That's one.
Yeah,
Men
are you gonna read
المؤمنين
it Arabic?
برجالا. No, I'm going to read in English.
Yeah, read the translation.
My God, look at this 23. Wow, nice ones. See, the focus here from an African.
I actually sent it over to ask if, like, what could be, is it possible to be a connection to what's happening?
Yeah, so there's a lady I know, okay? She does like this, like, she uses dots techniques also, which is very, like, spiritual. So she uses Quran like this to, like, guide.
No, but when you read the translations of those verses,
It's on the dot.
you literally see what's
on the
happening. Yeah.
Good one. Drew back in the rags. I'm telling you, it's happening. Like a good will come. Some winning will happen.
Subhanallah. Like literally, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow,
And she
that's
had
a
the
knowledge.
same. Oh man, what verses you fix?
Yeah, you see it?
My God. Look at look at 20. My gosh. Look at 27. Sorry, 26. No, the one with Baradal or Lazina. That's one. Can you read that?
Which one? Which number?
Baradal or
ولد الله
Lazina.
الذين كفروا بغيظهم.
Look at that.
Yeah. But,
Yes,
but,
I'm telling you.
but I don't think those verses are meant to be exactly for them.
Yes, it will. You have to believe me.
But also, like, there is, like, I don't know. Amir, did you look it up?
It's talking about material, right?
Amazing, brother. Amazing.
Wallah, it's very interesting when you finish eating, bro. Like, seriously, if you look at the verses, very, very interesting.
Because it's talking about the right?
Crazy. بغيظهم, yes.
Yeah, so it's talking about material things. It's quite specific about it. It's not just like metaphorically, it's talking exact to the point. Like it's saying they will be left empty handed. They will wear rags. I told you guys to watch The Messiah. You basically see it in the end how they get freedom.
So the summary I got for it is that these verses speak about the truthfulness of believers, the punishment of hypocrites, and Allah's victory in the battle of the trench, Ahzab.
Yeah, no, that was not Asap, that was the Khandaq.
No, this, I mean, like the verses.
Oh, in the verses for yeah. Salman al-Farsi, I think. Maybe Iran will join. Because in that battle of the trench, Salman al-Farsi designed those trenches.
And it says at the end, and the downfall of the allies from the people of Book who betrayed the Muslims.
Wait, I haven't read that yet.
No, this is summary. This is summary. I don't know if you have it from your end. This is from my end.
Empty-handed, spared the believers, fighting for, okay. And brought down those from people of the book. I got the thing. I see he's
Oh my god, I feel like that you've woken up.
Good Lord, what is this? How did you find it? It's one after the other.
It's Uber, bro. Like, I don't know how you found
Bro, you should do. It's in Iran, like it's called khurafat. Like some older ladies do this,
Yeah.
but they're very like on the top like this. Good job. Who supported the enemy alliance? My God, it's those. You know.
Say it.
No, look at the icon.
No, they are Ahlul
They are read and brought down from those people. Okay, so it's Yahudis who supported the enemy's alliance. No, the enemy here is Yahudi. The alliance is a Christian. This is Ahlul Kitab is a Christian. They'll join America.
So Ahlul Kitab is both of them, like the Christians and the Jews.
Yeah, but see what it's saying? In this case, it cannot be Yahudi.
No, you have to
Support
read
the
it.
enemy.
Not just relax for a minute because I don't know where you went right now. I don't have what you have.
Which one are you reading? Which ayah?
Where are you? What are you reading?
I'm reading the last ayah of As. I mean the 27.
Oh well.
وأنزل الذين, that's one.
No, I don't have one. Oh, this is the one before 27.
Okay, yeah, 26. He brought down these of the book. Who supported the enemies?
Yeah,
So the enemy here is Yahoo. But the ones who are people of the book are Christian. The other party. All these evangelicals and all of them are from their own strongholds. This is America, bro. Like, it's a Christian country. And cast honor into their hearts. Oh, it's saying he's going to support those Ahlul Kitab.
Who's going to support?
Believers killed. Oh my God, you believers killed some and took others as captives. Oh my God. The heck, man, bro? Okay, wait.
We don't want to get kicked out of this room.
Oh, listen, he's eating something yummy. He cooks well. He should invite me one day.
Oh, he cooks what you're saying about this food.
Oh, he's a really good cook. He really cooks with love.
All men cook with love.
I think we need to get to this round. We want you to meet.
Please don't take that manhoos. That
I got that long thing the other day.
Oh, he blocked me. I couldn't enter Scotty's room. I went to just show support.
Just text us, Scotty.
I texted him. You know how Scotty gets upset. I said, no, I'll come later on.
You have another account. Go with another.
Today, what did I do today? I just left immediately. Because I felt like poor Buttercup might be under the microscope with this stuff.
What's up, Josh? Welcome. Point, come up. This was good. Cut Egyptian nationalist in here. I think he fell asleep. The guy was defending, and he said that Israel is, it's a state now, it's a country, they can exist, blah blah blah. I'm like literally dying of talking points.
So I missed that one, but I think I was here when you were calling somebody who Zionist Egyptian or something like that.
That's the one.
Yeah, there's a lot of nationalists in Egypt.
Ceasefire is gonna happen.
What?
The ceasefire.
No ceasefire.
You think Trump will get in there for the ceasefire?
No, but did Trump get poisoned yesterday?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Did he?
I don't know. I read something earlier that he got poisoned or something. But no, I mean there's no ceasefire.
I'm saying, you think Trump will get in there to do the ceasefire?
We'll get in to do the ceasefire.
Yeah, like to do with Iran and Israel.
If his master is Allah.
He forced Israel to do the ceasefire.
Yeah, but he won't force this one.
It's 70 times squared.
And this thing, like, Trump had a stroke? Is that really true? I'm just seeing something in the chat.
You like Trump?
Well, I'm running for president, I told you that. And I don't know, man, we need leaders that are, in their mid-40s and, understand the awakening of humankind, or we're gonna have satanic leadership.
What's the name of that song?
So, I mean,
What's the name of that song?
But I want to ask this person, point taken. Yeah, I know, it was base nectar on. Trump had a stroke. Is that true? Is there some news source on that? Because that'd be pretty crazy. Unless this is a prior theory. Yeah. So, as president, I would solve the Israel and Palestine issue by having the wives of the Arabs marry
That's not
the Jews.
That's not logical, by the way.
That's amazing because they'll be so distracted by
That's
so
not
many
logical.
women that don't just.
Times squared. Can you give us a logical answer?
But that's a funny answer that actually would just, you gotta get to the crux of the bottom line of what both sides want. I mean, there's no deal without a basis of a deal. So give me a basis. Do you want land? Do you want women? Do you want oil? Do you want money?
Hold on. What is occupier?
Do you want technology?
Are you listening? Hello?
Well, I haven't heard what anybody wants.
I
can
just
do
told you,
a deal
one is
in
the
5 minutes.
occupier, one is the occupier, the other one is the occupying party. One is a murderer, and the other one is murdering them. The other one is a killer, and the other people are getting killed. I mean, we have to stop all of this.
And so, so then you propose a solution that would solve it all.
Remove the occupation, the West Bank, Gaza, and East Jerusalem to be part of the two.
So break it into land and other conditions, right?
What land?
So meaning your solution is okay. So Israel is completely removed from any activity in Gaza whatsoever.
Yeah.
And
the West
they
Bank, And the West
and
Bank.
they cease all operations there, and they just
Yeah,
give up the whole land, right? And they don't
That's
seem to
their
want to give
land.
up that land for some reason, right? And so I think there needs to be some kind of land deal like Trump was trying to do with Russia and Ukraine. And I don't know that Israel is so.
It's their land. Why should they make what is the land deal? It's their land. You seriously don't know anything about this conflict.
I do in a sense, but it's
So
too.
it's under occupation since fucking 1947. Well, what part of that don't you get? It's their land from the jump.
Okay, it's Palestine's land.
Yes, it was called Palestine in 1947. They turned it. They did what they did in 48 by force, ethnically cleansing Palestinians. That's how they were creating the state. Even the U.S. president was, terrorized by the Stern.
So your solution is, revert it back to 1946, or what it was before this.
Hold on, I'm not charging 67 years.
Oh, okay, so give it back to, okay. All right, well then, I don't know, propose it, put a petition together, do something. I don't know, maybe they'll do it.
It's only Israel that
What are you gonna give to Israel then? What are you gonna do for Israel?
They're gonna get the hostages back.
Okay. Okay, well then I guess, how much land is it? Is it like 100 square miles or something? I'm kind of an idiot and a genius, dude, but I just don't know what I don't know. I've traveled a lot of the world, but this particular situation, I don't have a lot of context because I've been in other places like all over Europe and Australia and the Caribbean and Dubai. I have been to Dubai, so I understand that side of the world.
Have you been to the Mozambique?
I've not been to Mozambique, but I understand that the Arabic people are very faithful and very discerning. There's places I need to go, man, absolutely. But I've said on here before, Amir knows I've said this. Jewish people have paid me millions of dollars. Arabic people have paid me millions of dollars. And I make a joke sometimes. There was this woman from Bahrain that was kind of a little bit intimate with, and so I'm neutral, and I really,
You were intimate with her with your photo, that's how you looked when you were intimate with her?
Listen, man, I've dated many races of women.
I'm actually being
Listen, you got any race of women will date me. My ex-wife is Asian. I've dated black women, Arabic women.
I'm trying to get if that's you.
Well, now I'm just, I'm on my second wife now, basically, man. So I'm kind of,
You're on your second wife?
Yeah, sure, if you want to say that.
That is.
Well, you don't need to be so aggressive with me. I'm trying to be peaceful. But anyway, the point is.
But what happened to your first wife?
It's not. Well, if people want to hear a show, I'll talk about that later. But focus on the solution. The solution is propose something, start a petition, start something that's going to be heard by somebody. Because I don't think these people are going to solve it at all, and they want to keep it going. And if there can be some peace, there should be, And if it's over 100 square miles of land, I don't know, man.
What's your favorite
America has that.
What's your favorite drink? Yeah, you look like a flatbed dude.
Well, I'm mostly German and French, so I don't really drink. I don't drink liquor actually. I don't drink at all. I just drink beer and wine. So.
That's all.
All American girls, sir.
All American. I'm kind of American royalty. I ran for president too, so that's how I had to think about an Israel-Palestine solution and a Russia-Ukraine solution, and it is pretty much.
Do you think about them when you're sober, or
It's
just when you're drunk?
it's pretty much. Well, I guess like it's when I've had a couple of drinks. I mean, certainly I'm going to tell you my raw consciousness of what I think, but it kind of involves like land grabs, man. And some people want land, and it's like, but it's very primitive. The thing is that I view war as very primitive. I view physical violence as very primitive.
About politics and wars and all this stuff.
I would say right now I'm just on kind of like a Labor Day weekend thing, and I had a family reunion I went to with my fiance basically, and I don't know, I'm just not really.
Now, was she your wife or your fiance?
My fiance.
Congratulations.
Yeah. But see,
do you think this one is gonna last, or just?
But I want to say the reason I care about this is because I'm a very compassionate person, and I had a development team in Ukraine that was affected by the Ukraine war. Of course, I have many people that I know in Israel and Palestine that are affected by.
Do you know people in Palestine?
Yes, of course, I know people all over the world that are affected by these world problems. And what I was going to say about Ukraine was that it kind of shut off my development business because I was like, oh, these people are at war. They can't really do coding right now, so it shut down all of what I was doing. So, like, war is like, look who makes money from the war. Let's say it that way. Because I didn't make money from war. So somebody does.
So what do you think?
What do I blame?
Can I ask you something about? You said you have fiance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say somebody was to come over and rape the shit out of your fiance. What would you do? How would you resist? God forbid, if somebody comes over to your place and rapes the shit out of your fiance, what would you do?
I would basically.
You'd be sober. If this is to happen, you're sober. You're not drunk.
No. Let him answer the question.
I would just take the appropriate actions within my legal rights.
In America, you have the right to have the weapon, right?
Well, if they're on my property, I would have the right to.
Yeah, of course, they're going to come to the
I
property.
would have the right to defend myself with lethal force on my property.
Okay. So you would defend. This is what these people have been doing since Hold on. This is what these people have been doing since 1947. They get fucking butt fucked and raped in the ass every fucking every chance they get. They keep on doing this in the West Bank and in Gaza, and this is the part it's very hard for you to understand all of this shit. For some reason, you come up here, I'm gonna get the Jewish women get married to the Arab man, and that's gonna resolve the problem. You think out of your fucking asshole. This is the problem with you, and there's a lot of fucking mass Americans that I come across every fucking day, not just on this app, in real life as well.
I know. It's an insane joke. I know it's stupid.
I
know it's stupid.
Was it a dumbass thing that we did? What we did in Iraq, we killed about 1 million people. Was it a right thing or was it a wrong thing?
Who did that? Americans did that?
America did this, yes. America did this.
You have to deal with the chat.
Yeah, well, again, the thing, my perspective is this.
I just said yes or no. Yes or no. Was it a good thing that we
who
did
made
or not?
money from these wars?
I'm not talking about fucking money. I'm talking about in your opinion. Hold on. I'm talking about in your opinion, in your fucking opinion, was it a right thing or wrong thing that we did? What we did in Iraq and Afghanistan and Libya and a whole bunch of other fucking countries.
I believe all war is wrong and primitive. It's monkey shit.
No, so it was wrong, correct?
All war, in my opinion, all war is wrong and primitive. It's like monkeys fighting. It's stupid.
Yeah, okay, that's your opinion.
Okay.
But
Well, I
if it
know.
was
Well,
wrong,
that is my
if it was
opinion.
wrong, hold on, if it was wrong, we had that fucking son of a bitch, Anthony Blinken, lied in front of a Congress, changed the fucking whole file, and it's a felony to lie in front of a Congress about Israel. He lied about the humanitarian aid. There was no fucking humanitarian aid that was coming into northern Gaza and whatnot, and he lied in front of fucking Congress so that way they can keep on supplying weapons. We have a law called Leahy law in America,
So who is
which was
taking
widely
money from it? Trace the money. And trace the you know, well that's what I'm telling you.
We weren't
Is
talking
the-
about
is the
the money.
solution.
Hold on. We weren't talking
You
about the fucking money. It's
No, no one will say these things.
Hold on. Blindly support of Israel. This is where we have a problem. Blindly
Well, that's
supporting
called
Israel.
Zionism, which we're clearly in.
That's what
That's
we're
wrong.
talking about. There
Well,
you
that's
go.
wrong.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not neutral, is it?
money can come later. Zionism blindly supporting state of Israel. That's where we have a problem. You need to get your
Well,
facts
that's
straight,
stupid
man.
as shit, man.
This is and then we had literally had a fucking pedophile in Vegas. He was able to leave to fucking Vegas. He even missed out his court date. His court date was like yesterday or something. A fucking pedophile, and guess what? The state attorney, she's Israeli Jew, she protected this fucker. And there was about 8 of them.
All I can say is, again, you know, my opinion, all war is primitive. You know, physical war is for monkeys, which they still want to do. Trace the money of it. The defense contractors make money. All these, you know, government contracting people make money, and they're different, you know, disciplines. And, you know, that's something that probably not a lot of people will say. Maybe no one will say that. I don't care if
Hey,
someone will
but
say
you
that.
have a
But
problem.
that's the truth.
Look,
There's
you
one
have
truth.
You have a
There
disease
is
called
one
greed.
truth, and there's
You have a
multiple
disease.
interpretations.
You have a
There's
disease called
one
greed.
truth.
Do you know what the disease is called that you have? It's called greed. All you give two
I
fucks
don't have
about money. Yeah,
Maybe I'm
you do.
greedy for pussy.
That's the biggest disease you have.
And
Motherfucker, you would agree
maybe
with
I'm greedy
You would
for
agree with them
Bahraini
if they gave
pussy.
you
Man, I'll
money.
tell you that much.
Bro, shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth. Go get a fucking pussy or something. It's like $10 an hour, motherfucker. People with piece of shit like you, I come across quite a few every fucking day.
You're a legend. You are.
This is a dumbass American that I came across on this fucking night. And then he talks about I got millions
Yeah,
of
you
dollars
love
from
me,
Jews, I
baby.
got millions of dollars from Arabs. Who the fuck would give you a single dollar?
Well,
Motherfucker, you know,
because
if
people
you had
trust
fucking
me, they
knowledge,
know me, and they believe in me. And
trust you in what? Trust you in what? You don't have
Trust-
any fucking
prove
knowledge
I'm
of what's
wrong.
happening. What's
Prove
happening
that
in the
I'm
Middle East?
wrong.
And then you
Prove
come
that
up
I'm
here,
saying anything
I'm
wrong.
gonna get the Jewish women to sleep with Arab men. I'm gonna get the Arab women to sleep with fucking Jewish men, and that's gonna resolve the fucking problem. You're just
Well, that's like a hippie solution, dude.
This
It's
is a
like love.
dumb fuck.
love
Because you're a
wins.
fucking hippie. That's all you are. You're just a fucking hippie.
Are you in love with it with an
You
Israeli
are a
woman?
fucking hippie. You don't have
Yeah,
any
well, that's
fucking
cool,
knowledge.
man. Well, then
What's going
I
on?
love that.
Do you have any knowledge about American laws? The way they're fucking fucking us over like multiple times. Literally, a pedophile was able to leave fucking Las Vegas all the way back to Israel. A pedophile, back on the streets of fucking Vegas. You okay with that? We got a whole bunch of pedos in the Congress. We got Trump. His DOJ came out. His name is on the FD file. We got a whole bunch of psychopaths in the fucking Congress. All they do is booty clap for Israel all day long. And then you sit here, you're sitting on your
Well,
fucking
that's
ass or whatever, drinking your life away,
obviously a
drinking your life
Zionist
away,
perspective.
and you make up bullshit. You come up here, you make up bullshit. You want to get Arab Jewish women in bed with Arab men. You're just a mental
Well,
retard.
that's okay. That's all right. That's a joke of a solution. Okay, you're right.
How
The
many
real
times did you
solution
say
is
this? How many times did you come
It's
in here and
much
you
more
said this?
nuanced than that.
How many times did you come in here and you say the same joke?
Because, well, I have said it a few times. That's okay.
Yeah, and I gave you a scenario. If these motherfuckers were to come onto your property and fucking rape the shit out of, God forbid, rape the shit out of your fiance, what would you do? You pull out a weapon and you resist and you'll fucking kill them. In America, this is how we do it. But in your
Well, I mean, whatever my legal rights are on my own property is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, this is what the Palestinians have been doing for over 50 years. But you can't see the struggle, right? You come up here, it's so easy, I'm gonna go pick this side. Arabs have given me money, Jews have given me money. Motherfucker, you don't have no moral code that you can go by.
Okay, so then you give me the spread.
The moral code pro
So
humanity,
who's
right?
wrong?
You should be pro humanity, which means
you
you
want
want to support the
5%
Palestinians.
Arabic,
They're fucking
95%
getting
Jewish? What do you
genocided.
want?
They're fucking
I
getting
wanna
genocided
ask
right
you
now.
something here.
Something like you, oh, I'm gonna get
I wanna ask you something.
I'm gonna get the Jewish women to sleep in there, man. That's it. Problem resolved.
Okay, I know. That's just
You're just a son of a bitch, you dumbass.
well, because you're challenged by it, because you know it's a good job.
I'm challenging you
point
on
is,
your
like-
fucking bullshit. I'm challenging you, motherfucker, on your bullshit. You come
No,
up here, you say this
you
stupid
put-
fucking shit every day.
So you put the blame. What percent Arabic and what percent from Israel on the whole thing? 5% Arabic, 95% Israel.
Man, listen, I'm not trying to get myself involved.
What do you put it at?
Just in case.
I'm German. I'm Aryan, dude. I don't have a dog.
He's proud of being a Nazi. He's proud of being a fucking his ancestors
you know
from
exactly,
a
but
Nazi.
just run the numbers,
Shut
man.
your fucking mouth. Run your numbers. Run the numbers about what happened to the Jewish folks during the Holocaust. Go run it. Go run it.
But you tell me right now what's fair.
You told me this like a long time ago. You're like, my ancestors are served in the fucking Nazi. Motherfucker, are you proud of that shit?
I am, because that makes me a
He's
peacemaker
proud
now.
of being a Nazi. He's proud of being a fucking Nazi.
That makes me a peacemaker now that I can see both
That's a
sides.
peacemaker? That's a fucking
Yeah,
genocide
I am
maniac.
now. I am now because I can see both sides of me.
It's in your fucking blood. That's how. This is how you're thinking right now. I'm gonna get the Arab men to sleep with Jewish women. Jewish women are gonna sleep with the Arab men, and we're problem resolved.
What color is their soul? There is no color in
Safe
soul.
to say, Mr. Taylor.
You know, I mean, it's like, you know.
Is there any food Nazis?
Just in case you missed it, he did call you a dumbass son of a bitch. I'm not trying to get involved or anything.
I did call you a dumbass. You were a dumbass before. You're still a dumbass. You know, but the time's
I agree, man.
You can't be this dumbass American, right? I want you to become smart and fucking go read up on all this.
Well, teach me, and I will learn.
Okay,
Teach me
the
how-
Palestinians have been fighting for over 50 years, and they've been under occupation by who? By the Zionist entity. The way they did what they did in 47, 48, they ethnically cleansed Palestinians off their land to build their Jewish state. British decided not to give these fuckers a land, but they did it anyways. They terrorized the fuck out of the British. They terrorized the fuck out of the U.S. president, Harry S. Truman. They received letter bombs by a stern Jewish militia gang in 47. They even knocked off, killed like 2 British men they did in 47. In 46, they did the King Hotel, Hotel David bombing. They went after a whole bunch of, the train tracks and whatnot. They bombed the shit out of it. In 45, they killed a British man they lead in Cairo. And not to mention, these fuckers even approached Hitler in 1933. They did the Havar Transfer Agreement. And guess what? They only wanted the Jewish folks that were actually well off. You see what I'm saying? They did not want any Jewish folks that were from the ghetto. They did not want any poor Jews. They wanted the rich Jews that were well read, well off and whatnot. So I would suggest you go look into the history. If I provide you some books, can you read some books?
I can, and I was just reading this guy's profile. His name is also the Ghost, and I don't know, his profile is very powerful, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, you can probably learn from his profile. That's it. You don't need to read me books.
Okay, so the question is, okay, so if Israel is 99% wrong, and Gaza is Palestine, is 1%, wrong in the whole thing, then what does 99% recuperation mean for Palestine?
Look, there are some bad apples, right, on Gaza side as well. Okay, I'm not saying these people are, the people. There are some mistakes that have been done in the past, but moving on, when you look at the whole this genocide that's going on, it's only one-sided. Getting genocided by the criminal terrorist motherfuckers, the Zionist fuckers, right? My problem is when you look at this whole conflict, America wants to give them full here. We're gonna give you a blanket green light to kill as many as you want to kill. They literally just killed a Palestinian American that owned an ice cream shop in Tampa, Florida. This was about 2 weeks ago. Who did this? The settlers in the West Bank. They beat him to death. Even the medical Niggas couldn't even get there on time because of the motherfucking checkpoints they have in the West Bank. So many fucking checkpoints. It's about 900 and 920 checkpoints in the West Bank. And these checkpoints are only for the Palestinians, not for the Israeli fucking terrorist settlers. So when we look at all of these facts on the ground, how they're being terrorized, forget Gaza. Gaza, okay, they're making a claim about Hamas. In the West Bank, there's no fucking Hamas. It's the Israeli settlers. They're terrorizing the fuck out of the Palestinians. They're literally apartheid system. Two sets of laws, one for the Palestinians, one for Israelis.
No, bro, what I'm saying is like, come on, man, you can be so much more succinct and make it so that the average American can understand. And then that's a sellable solution, dude. The sellable solution is Israel's 99% responsible for what's happened here.
All right.
We're 1% responsible. In exchange for Israel's 99% culpability, we want this land. We want these regulations on, weapons, on nuclear weapons, on, trade. We want 1,000% tariffs on Israeli white wine. So write it up. And honestly, like, that would sell. I could sell.
Times Square, do you use AI at all?
Any second I want.
Okay. Tomorrow, when you get a chance, when you're not drunk, when you're sober, ask ChatGPT, can we part ways with Israel? And it will tell you, yes, we can. So what I want to see, you're
So you want to say, can Palestine part ways with Israel?
No. America part ways with Israel.
I'll ask it right now. Let me see what it says.
Yeah,
Can
it will tell you,
America part
yes,
ways
we
with
can.
Israel?
Yes.
Well, it's going to bitch about that because OpenAI is controlled by Altman.
No. ChatGPT, check ChatGPT.
America can part ways with Israel, but doing so would be blah blah blah. Security, Yeah, but this is really But what I want to say is that why are we saying about the United States? I think that Israel and Palestine need to do their own deal.
No.
And they need to run their own numbers of who's responsible.
Times Square, you're not getting the point.
Yeah.
So the countries, how they're poking the bear, they went after Syrian land. Inside Syria, they've taken over Golden Heights, buffer zone. They bombed the shit out of Syria, right? All the military bases and whatnot. They went after Lebanon. They took over that Sheba Farms, which is disputed land between Lebanon and Syria. They're building more settlements in the West Bank. There's more than 700,000 illegal settlers that live in the West Bank. Gaza, they've occupied more than 75% of the land is under occupation by Zionist entity. Yemen, and they want to take over more land, and they want to take some land probably from Egypt as well down the road. It might become their greater Israel project. My problem is when you poke the bear, right, Egypt or whatever, and if they want to attack Israel, they don't attack Israel because they're scared of America. They're not scared of Israel. Israel is a tiny, shitty, garbage land. I don't know why it even's there. Why it's a threat to the fucking Middle East. You know what I'm saying? It's a threat to the society. They coexisted before 1948. Why did you have to fucking create a Jewish state? And it's filled with Jewish supremacy. They literally passed a law in 2018, self-determination exclusive to the Jewish people.
Yeah, well, all I hear is problems, and I don't hear solutions. And if you have a solution, then write it up.
The solution is, I'll give you one more time.
The solution in 3 minutes or less.
Okay. I'll give you a small solution. American government position is two-state solution, 67 borders, which includes West Bank, Gaza, and East Jerusalem. Which I'm okay with it because I don't want Palestinians to live with the rapists. I look at these people as rapists because they've been raping the shit out of Palestinians for over 50 years. They're not gonna go back to their fucking homeland where they came from, Poland, Ukraine, or whatever the fuck they came from. So I don't want the Palestinians living, with these people coexisting because they're gonna get raped again, right? So instead, they can have their own sovereignty, their own autonomy, and a whole bunch of other shit, and they can run their own show. And I want to see UN peacekeepers at the border as well. the UN. So that's what I want. These people, they're not willing to do it. And they're calling Judea and Samaria, they're using a holy scripture to call the West Bank Judea and Samaria. How do you do that? Like, you don't believe in, these people don't believe in their scripture. Why would you call a place Judea and Samaria?
Yeah. Okay, but in terms of the actual land division, what is your solution again?
I just told you, West Bank, Gaza, and East Jerusalem. That's gonna be it's gonna be called Palestine.
Okay. All right, and then that's it. So if you have the land, then you're happy with that.
Yeah.
That's your solution.
That is because it's listed on Hamas charter, so I'm going based on that charter.
Okay. And then there'd be total ceasefire with everything, and Israel would agree, and you would agree, and that would be it, right?
Yep, that's it. There will be no more threats, and the Palestinians,
Awesome.
Anybody that terrorizes the fuck out of Israel, whatever, on the other side, the Palestinians will look after their own bad apples. They will, they will do what they can, and Israel would have to stop, stealing land from all over the fucking Middle East. But the biggest problem is they're gonna start to self-destruct. They're gonna start fighting each other.
And so what if I started a 2028 presidential campaign based on your premise? Would you be cool with that?
2028, you want me to vote for you? Is that what you want?
Well, 2028 I'll be in office.
So we have Black Rabbi that comes in this fucking head. He wants to be president in 2032.
Well, I already ran in 2024, so,
Did you really?
I really did. And so, Trump, well, I don't know what happened.
Did you raise any funding? How much money did you raise?
Well, I had a challenging campaign. So it didn't work out too well.
You didn't raise any funding? It was 5,000 or 10,000?
Yeah, it really was no good. It really screwed up my life. But, that doesn't mean that I don't have political influence and that I can't, help a little bit. But that's cool. Okay, well then, so the thing is that you should articulate that into some kind of solution, or, you can make a petition,
you're not getting the point, by the way, Times
and then I can have tons of Jews sign up for it.
Hold on. Times Square, the American position is two-state for a while, but guess what? Every president that takes the office, they always turn it down. They don't even, cooperate or concentrate on the two-state. They let it go. They leave it to Israel. This is the problem. This is where the problem is. And what's the disease? It's the fucking Zionist disease. It's picking. We got, our Congress is actually infiltrated with a whole bunch of Zionists. You know what I'm saying? And they a lot of pedophiles, a lot of, and they even have, I don't know if you've seen the video of a former.
Yeah, but the thing is that what if they change their minds, and how many square miles are we talking about that is really at issue? Maybe like,
I'm gonna have to Google that. I don't know.
I mean, 1,000 square miles. Well, I don't know. I'll give Israel 1,000 square miles in Texas, and Palestine 1,000 square miles in Florida or something. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just land, so just elevate yourself beyond the land. Okay, well, so I know, but land is just elevate yourself a little bit beyond.
You can.
Reality.
Sorry. Again. What he suggest?
I'm saying elevate yourself beyond physical reality, dude. And just, if it's a land dispute, give the land, divide it so that people will be peaceful, and give some American land to them. I don't know. That's it. That's what I would do. Why not? Fuck it.
American land for Israel, you mean?
Sure, why not? So here's the thing. So
I love your suggestion, man. This is really very nice suggestion.
I'm here president too. What I want to say is that sure, you can, Israel has to sacrifice some land to Palestine, but Palestine gets a certain amount of land in the United States, and or of what they want, and land is land, and people are people. It's all this stuff is just bullshit. It's just a construct. It's not real. It's just made up to piss people off and make people angry at each other, and it's just lies.
Or something.
I get you correct or no. You suggest to give Israel land in Texas and let them live there, correct?
I mean,
What? Why you're like?
no, I'm saying that I asked Amir what he really wanted as a solution.
American position is 67 borders. That's what I'm telling you.
But
We need to put the house.
listen to me.
I don't know, dude. You can't even understand. Like, my construct of reality is like just absolute, where I don't give a shit. Like, I'm an autistic person, so I'm like, if you're gonna give somebody some land, like Elon, I'm like Elon, dude. Just give them fucking land. Just give them what the fuck they want. You can make, if you want to make fucking Texas into Tel Aviv, give me 1 fucking hour and 1,000 robots, and I'll terraform it.
So they tried it before. Look, they tried this.
Who the fuck cares?
They tried this. Hold on. They tried this before. Hold on. They tried this in 1897. They were gonna go to Uganda and a bunch of other places.
Listen to me. Listen. Hold on.
1 second, I'm speaking, man. Please hang on a second. They tried this in 1897 or whatnot. And the Zionists were thinking of a way how do we convince these people to come to the land. And they found Jerusalem, next to the British men in Palestine. They're like, we're gonna make the deal with the British, and that's how it happened. You see what I'm saying? Otherwise, they were going to.
I have another problem. Amir, I have